Good morning, dear students. Today we will revise about the conformation and conformational analysis of some of the straight chain alkanes. So conformational analysis is the study of how conformational factors affect the structure of molecule and its properties. And here the conformations are usually obtained by the rotation of single bond. And which will produce a isomer which will be differ in the conformation, and these after the rotation whatever the isomers are obtained, they are called as conformers. These conformers have the same connection and they have got the interconversion factor, and thus they cannot be isolated, and they can be represented either by Sohor's representation or by Newman projection formula. And here if we take the example of conformation of ethane having 2 carbons and 6 hydrogens, we have 2 conformers. One is called as eclipsed form, where all the hydrogen atoms are nearest to each other, and another one is the staggered form, where all the hydrogens are farthest apart. And in this case, this is the Sohor's representation of ethane molecule, wherein the 2 carbons are bonded by a single bond with 6 hydrogen, 3 on each carbon atom. So this is the eclipsed form of the ethane, and which is represented in Sohor's representation, which we can call it as a ball stick formula. And if this is rotated, we can see the interconversion into staggered form, wherein the same number of carbons and same number of hydrogen, but only they differ in the arrangement of the hydrogen atoms on one carbon atom. So you can see here the arrangement of carbon and hydrogen on this will be same to this carbon atom, and whereas the arrangement of hydrogen differs in the second carbon atom. So this is called as staggered form, and this is called as eclipsed form. You can see here all the hydrogens are nearest to each other, here all the hydrogens are apart from each other. So this is the Sohor's representation, and this is the Newman projection. This is the eclipsed form of ethane, and this is the staggered form of ethane. We will come to know how to represent, how we will get these representation to be written on the paper. We will see later. And this is the conformational analysis by the plot. So this the energy, potential energy, that is interconversion energy, is plotted against dihedral angle. We will discuss about this later. And these are the views of ethane. This is the 3-dimensional view, and this is the ball stick model, which is represented, which can be viewed in 3-dimensional way. Already I have shown this in your class yesterday. And here what we have to do is, in order to represent these conformations in stereochemistry, we are making use of some of the stereochemical representations. There are 4 main types of representation of open chain molecules, and these are used to show the 3-dimensional structure of chemical compounds, which we call them as conformations. One is wedge-hatched bond structure, second one is Fischer projection, third one is Sohor's, and fourth one is Newman projection. And if we come to the wedge-hatched bond structure, it is done only for the molecule which contain chiral center or chiral carbon atom, that is carbon having 4 different substituents. And these wedge-hatched is also called as dotted line wedge, dash wedge, and flying wedge. So wedge is nothing but the bond in front of the plane. Hatch is nothing but bond which is behind the plane. So the bonds present in the same plane are drawn in the straight line. The bonds which is present in the front of the plane is drawn by wedge, while in behind the plane drawn by the hatched line. So this is a 3-dimensional view of this chiral molecule, wherein This is the carbon bonded with 4 different groups, Cl, Br, H and methyl group. So in 3-dimensional model we can show like this, and if you want to represent the same by means of this wedge hatched bond structure, we can just see the carbon chlorine bond and the carbon bromine bond. They are the same plane, they are shown by the straight line, whereas the carbon hydrogen bond which lies behind the plane can be shown by hatched structure, and the carbon methyl bond is present in the front of the plane. It is shown by the wedge. So this is how we can represent by this wedge hatched bond structure, especially for the molecule having chiral center or chiral carbon, where carbon should be bonded with 4 different groups. So this is most common in optical isomers, or we can call such isomers as stereoisomers, that we'll discuss in the coming classes. So this is the 3-dimensional view of ethane, where 2 carbons can be seen bonded with 3 hydrogen. So this is a 3-dimensional view, and this is a wedge hatched structure, bond structure for ethane. So the solid lines show the bonds are present in the same plane of the paper, whereas the bond which is behind can be shown by the hatched structure. The bond which is present in the front can be shown as in the wedge. So we can tell here, since there are 2 carbon atoms, we can tell the bond above the plane of the paper, the bond below the plane of the paper. So some carbon hydrogen bonds are below the plane of the paper, so they are shown by hatched. Some are above the plane, they can be shown by wedge. So this is how we can represent the ethane from wedge hatched bond structure. Similarly, you can try this example, already I have given yesterday for the homework, that is chloroethanol. You can try to draw the chloroethanol in wedge hatched bond structure. So these are some of the cyclic compounds showing the wedge hatched bond structure, especially this carbon ethyl bond is above the plane, so it is given by wedge. So which is below the plane, carbon methyl bond is below the plane, is given by hatched structure. So like this we can discuss about the wedge hatched bond structure and how they can be written for the for the molecule containing more than 1 carbon. So you need to represent the bond below the plane and above the plane of the paper. So next is the Fischer projection. So this is a 2-dimensional representation of 3-dimensional molecule, and here Fischer projection again they are usually done for molecule again containing chiral or chiral carbon atom. Chiral carbon makes a cross with the carbon atom at the intersection of, or chiral carbon make a cross with the carbon atom at the intersection of horizontal and vertical lines. So in the Fischer projection, the horizontal line represents the bond above the horizontal line represents the bond above the plane, that is the front wedge, and vertical line represent below the plane, that is the back, that is by hatch. So this is the these are the originally proposed for depiction of carbohydrates. I think in second PUC you might have heard about what are carbohydrate. So here this is one molecule with 4 different groups. Again it is a chiral carbon. So here what we can say is horizontal line we can see, which we see in the front. Okay, so this is the horizontal line, the bond with nitrogen, the bond with carbon in cyanide, so which are present above the plane can be given by wedge. So the vertical lines, the bond with bromine and chlorine, bromine and hydrogen. So they are below the plane and they are shown by hatched structure. So like this in fissure, the carbon makes cross with the chiral carbon may cross with a carbon atom at the intersection of horizontal as well as the vertical line. This is a horizontal line, this is a vertical line. So horizontal line will show the bond is with above the plane, vertical line show the bond is below the plane. Horizontal lines are shown by wedge, vertical lines are shown by hatched. So like this we can represent the molecule by Fischer projection. The two bonds are coming out of the plane are in horizontal plane. The remaining two bonds are going into the plane. They can be shown by vertical plane. So like this we can represent the two-dimensional molecule in two-dimensional representation for a three-dimensional molecule, three-dimensional structure. Two-dimensional representation for three-dimensional structure. So like this we can give. So this is the ethane. This is the three-dimensional view of the molecule which can be given in two-dimensional way. So you can just see this is the horizontal line, this is shown by the wedge, this is the vertical line which is shown by the hash. So this is how you can represent for the Fischer projection for ethane molecule. Okay, so all the hydrogen, two chiral carbon atoms are there. So two horizontal bonds which are shown in the front, one vertical bond which is shown at the back, which is shown by the hatched structure. So this is how similarly you can give it for the carbohydrates also, especially D-glucose and L-glucose. You know that this is a dextrorotatory and this is the levorotatory. We'll discuss about that later. And this is the Fischer projection formula for glucose, for dextrorotatory glucose and levorotatory glucose, and you can differentiate both. So next one is the Sawhorse. Sawhorse structure is used to show the interaction between the groups on adjacent carbon atom. So in case of this ethane, you can just see the Sawhorse structure for the eclipsed form, wherein you can show the interaction between the groups on the adjacent carbon atom. So this is for the ethane, this is for similarly for butane, okay, wherein the two methyl groups lie adjacent to each other. So this is eclipsed butane and this is the eclipsed ethane. This is how you can represent for Sawhorse structure. Okay. And the Sawhorse projections are used to explain the conformational isomers and explain the rotation around the single bonds in case. So this is the eclipsed form of butane, and it is less stable. When it is rotated to 60 degree, it gets converted into staggered form, which is more stable. And usually we tell eclipsed form is less stable than the staggered form due to torsional strain. We will discuss about what is this torsional strain later, but at present for 2 marks just you can write in one sentence why the eclipse conformation is less stable than the staggered form. So Sawhorse formula are much like the wedge dash wedge three-dimensional formula. So now next is the Newman projection, which is mainly used for determining the conformational relationship and to show how the interaction leading to the steric hindrance between the atoms or groups. This representation not only used to determine the conformational relationship and it is also used to show how this interaction